Hello students, today we start our new topic, that is the maximum and minimum value. Okay, in previous video we completed our exercise 6.3. Today we start our new topic. So in that the topic name is maximum and minimum value. So you know that how to find the maximum and minimum value in our day-to-day life. Also we find out in lower standard. Okay. That's the for the some example we take how to find the maximum and minimum value. So the main thing is you have to compare with other. Okay, you must compare with other, then you find out maximum and minimum value. Otherwise, you cannot find or you cannot decide that that is a maximum value or minimum value. Okay, so for example, if we are comparing with the marks of maths test of your, okay, that someone get 45 marks out of 50, then other one is 42, other is 40, 37, 48. Okay, so then you have to compare to all, then you decide that the students get a highest mark, it means a maximum mark, and other students get the minimum marks. Okay, so in that you have to compare. Okay, here you have what to do, you have to just the derivative of function, and then after you have to take equal to 0 and then so on. Okay, you have to perform step by step. So first of all we check the definition, okay, or basic things. So if for any function f defined on domain df, c belongs to df and every x belongs to df. Okay, so that is the 2 points c and x, that is on belongs to domain df. If c belongs to y, f of c is greater than or equal to f of x, it shows that it means every time value of x is f of c is always greater than or equal to, then it is said that f has a maximum value at c. Okay, if it is greater than, that is known as maximum. Simple. And f of c is a maximum value of f. So you find out the maximum value. So here the maximum value graph, there is a graph, it means its lower value is go up until here. So you get the highest point here. So that is f of c, that is a maximum value graph. Here you cannot find out the minimum because your graph is going down. Okay, that is the infinite, going through infinite. So we cannot decide minimum value. But here the big point, highest point is find out. So we find out the maximum value. Second one, if c belongs to I, f of c is less than or equal to f of x, then it is said that f is a minimum. The same points, but here only the less than or equal to. And at c, and f of c is the minimum value of f. So in all value at f of x is greater than f of c, or f of c is less than f of x. That is known as minimum value. That is the minimum value graph. Here we cannot find a maximum because it's going infinite. So you can extend the graph curve. So we cannot find a maximum value. So here that is we find out this the minimum value is here. That is the minimum value graph. Okay. Now the graph is here. It shows that that is a line. That is for 1, f of 1, and that is f of 4. So that type of graph, and here this graph will stop. Here stop. That's the line only. So we can decide the maximum and minimum value both. So at 1, f of 1 we get the minimum value and here maximum value. Okay. If the graph like this, then we can only decide the one value, either maximum and minimum. But here we find out both value. Okay. Next, the maximum and minimum values are also called the extreme value of f on df. It means that is known as extreme value of f. Note it down that the theory of maximum and minimum value, and you know that how what is the maximum and minimum value, and how to find maximum and minimum value on same graph. Next topic, That is maximum value and minimum value. There is a two types: local maximum, local minimum, and global maximum, global minimum. So we start with local maximum and local minimum value. Local means it's the fixed point. There is a fixed thing that we find out the maximum and minimum value. Okay. Suppose we take only for one class to get the maximum marks and minimum marks. Sorry. Okay. For local means there is for particular one class. Global means for all classes that like of a 12 standard. There is a 12A, 12B, 12C, and 12D, 12E. Suppose 5 classes are there. Then you have to check who gets the maximum marks of next test. In first class there is a 40, other one 42, 45, 48, 49. So you have to take first all maximum value of each class. 12A, 12B, 12C, 12D, 12E. That known as local maximum. Now you decide the in this five marks. 5 students get the highest mark at that class. Now you have to take again maximum from them. So it's known as a global maximum. Similar for a global minimum and local minimum. Okay, let's start with local maximum value. A function f defined on the interval I has a local maximum value and c belongs to I. If for some h greater than 0, c minus h to c plus h subset I. Here the function is defined on interval and c belongs to I. Here we take h is greater than 0. Why? Because I want to make a interval. That's why I take h some value that is greater than 0. Okay. Let's take here the value is c. So that is c plus h. And it shows that c minus h because it is greater than 0. So we take a subtraction. So make a interval c minus h to c plus h which is subset to I. And every x belongs to c minus h to c plus h. It means that there is a x is in between c minus h to c plus h. This interval. Now f of c is greater than or equal to f of x and f of c is called local maximum value. If all c value respect to x then always greater than, then it is known as local maximum value. Similar things for minimum, that is f of c is less than or equal to f of x and f of c is called local minimum value. Okay, in that simple thing till that we already talk about that if the highest mark then it is known as maximum and lowest known as minimum. But in some time there is a different thing. The maximum is sometime came negative or minimum sometime came positive. Let's check if in class 12A there is all get good marks. Like 40 minimum mark is 40 marks. Okay, out of 50. Suppose 12A. In 12A class, minimum marks is 20. 40. Suppose 12B, that is 38. And 12C taking 36. Okay, here highest is 30 and 20. Highest is 48. Here 44 and here 38. Okay, so let's check that is the minimum value for all class. That is maximum value for all class. Okay, so here check that is the minimum value of valet. Here the maximum value of valet is less than. Right? Here minimum value is greater than maximum value of val C. Okay, so sometimes it happens. It depends on your curve how it go. Okay, then you decide that maximum and minimum value. So you do not direct decide that the highest number is your maximum and lowest number is your minimum. From this graph we already see here. Okay, from the graph that is A, C and E shows that highest local maximum value B and D shows that local minimum value. That's type of we learn from for this example. You can also check here B is greater highest value than E. So E has a local maximum, B is local minimum, but still local minimum value have a greater than this local maximum. Okay, that is the greater value. Still, that is known as local minimum value. Why? Due to the curve. How curve will perform, how curve will go. That then we decide the local maximum and minimum value. Now, Fermat's theorem is a scientist, mathematician. Okay, but in professional there is a lawyer. But still he give a theorem if f has a local maximum or local minimum at C and f is a differentiable at C, then f plus C is equal to 0. If f has a local maximum and minimum value, then if you differentiate with it, then you get the 0. It means f plus C is equal to 0. It is x-axis to parallel to x-axis. Okay. The same extreme value theorem, if a function f is continuous on a big bracket AB, f attains its global maximum value at C belongs to C means any number AB and global minimum value at D belongs to AB. D is also a number. Okay, and in big bracket, okay, if the big bracket there is a range is given A to B in big bracket. So you can sure you get your global maximum and minimum value. Okay. Sometimes it happens you cannot get a local minimum or maximum value, but you get 100% global max and global minimum value if and only if there is a big bracket are there. Okay. So note it down, write down all the theories, and this theory you don't want to remember, but you have to just understand the concept which is given in our textbook. So all the figures and graphs. Okay. So note down it. Next, critical point. Critical point is if a number C belongs to Bf is a number such that f plus C is equal to 0 or f is not differentiable at x is equal to C. Then the number C is called the critical number or critical point of inflection of function f. Okay, it means that what? If you have a function and then after you have to take derivative, then at which value the derivative becomes 0. Okay, so we have to find at that value is known as a critical point. For example, if you derivative you get suppose f dash x is equal to x minus 3, then I want 0, f dash x is equal to 0. So which value I put x is equal to, okay, then I get the 0. So if I put here 3, then I get the 0. It means C is equal to 3 is our critical point. Okay, so how to find the critical point? And critical point have more than one. Okay, like you get 0, 1, 2 critical point. Okay, it's depend on the function. Then after you take a derivative, which answer you get. Then after we decide the critical point, critical number of critical points. Okay, now the derivative test. Okay, for find out the maximum and minimum value. So there is two types: first derivative test and second derivative test. So in that first derivative test, you have to perform one-time derivative. In second derivative test, in that you have to perform two-time derivatives. Okay. So let's take first derivative test. Let function be defined in an open interval. I is equal to AB. C belongs to I is a critical number of function and function is contained at C. Okay. Next, first point. If there exists a positive number h such that C minus h to C plus h, okay, like this. There is, we already learned that the positive number h or h is greater than 0. You can write also. In previous we learn that x how to make an interval c minus x c plus h, and f dash x greater than 0 in the interval c minus x to c, like this. That is our tangent, or and we find out the slope f dash x. Okay, so it make a angle less than 90, acute angle. So we know that acute angle 0 to 90, it means tan theta is positive in first quadrant. So we get the greater than 0 in this interval, and f dash x less than 0 in c to c plus x here. So it may greater than 90 obtuse angle if you draw like this. So you make it is obtuse angle. Okay, so it is a second quadrant it become negative then f dash x less than 0, and at c, that is critical point, at that the derivative become 0 in c plus c, then f has a local maximum value at c. How to find the local maximum? If we perform like this, and you get, that is the graph for local maximum. Okay, the similar thing for a local minimum, but if they exit a positive number x, it means x greater than 0, such that c minus x to c plus x subset I, and f dash x less than 0 in c minus h to c. Here the tangent is like this. So it make a obtuse angle 90 to 180. It means in second quadrant there is a negative. So it is f dash x is less than 0 in c minus x to c, and f dash c, that is 0, and f dash x greater than 0 in c to c plus x. From this, there is a tangent, it make a less than 90, so it is in first quadrant, so it is a greater than 0, then f has a local minimum value at c. In first part, it means this local maximum is plus to minus. It is going like plus f dash x greater than 0, first case, greater than 0 in first case, then after less than, plus to minus, here minus to plus. If minus to plus, then local minimum, plus to minus, then local maximum. Okay, next, f has a neither max or minimum value at x is equal to c. Such a point is called a point of inflection. So if you not decide that there is a maximum or minimum value, then is known as a point of inflection. We already learned this definition in previous word. Okay, so wrote down, that is the first derivative test. Then after, now we check second derivative test. Second derivative test. Well, let function be defined on an interval I is equal to square bracket 80 close interval. Let c belongs to a, suppose f dash c exists. Existence its derivative we get. Okay. So first, f has a local maximum at x is equal to c. Okay, where we get local maximum if f dash c is equal to 0 and f double dash c less than 0. Okay, if you get the maximum value, then f dash c become less than 0. Okay, so make sure you have to remember that things. F has a local minimum and x is equal to c if f dash c is equal to 0 and f double dash c greater than 0. Okay, if minimum then greater than 0, maximum less than 0, it opposite. Third, the test fail to give any conclusion if f dash c is equal to f double dash c is equal to 0. If double dash derivative f double dash c, you get the value is equal to 0. And you not decide, then we don't decide that the value is local maximum or local minimum. So here what we do, here just go for the first derivative test to find out the local max and local minimum. Do not use the second derivative test if double dash derivative is 0. Then otherwise you can perform second derivative test. We learn in how to perform in sum. We learn in a next video. Okay. that how to solve this sum using the derivative test, either first or second. Okay. In next video I will give you a few points. Then whole the theories came in short form. Okay. At that you have to just remember that points only. Okay. That is second derivative test. Note down.